I'm Shay, and you're watching Born Again Nerd. Welcome back, guys. I have moved my studio to a much bigger area and a little bit easier for me to work and edit videos. I have a much bigger screen and a much access to many more different tools that needed. I do have a microphone here. It's basically a stick, and hopefully it's picking up my voice okay. There is a little bit of echo in this room, so I'm hoping that my voice will pick up by the microphone good. So, the reason you're here, and just to recap on my last videos, if you haven't already watched them, I touched base with the GPi case, the retro Flag GPi case. Be sure to check that out if you haven't already, if you're interested in those. It runs off of Pi Zero. Also, I talked about a CM3 unit that is running off of actual CM3. I think it's a Pi 3B+. So, the reason why you're here, hopefully, is you're here to look at the RS-97. Now, you probably have seen this before. This was kind of the Soldier Boy unit, I think. I'm not 100% sure because I didn't buy an actual Soldier Boy unit. It is a clone of a clone. And what do I mean by that? A clone of a clone? Yeah, for reals. This is a clone of a clone. The original would be this guy. This is a Revo K101 Plus, and it literally says Game Boy hardware clone on the back of it. I think this came out in 2015, 16, somewhere around in there, maybe 17. Maybe earlier than that, I'm not really sure. I don't know if it has a date on here or not. So this thing works off of a K card, which you see here, and it has an SD card installed. It also plays Game Boy Advance cartridges, which is really awesome. So what is the difference between these two units? Because this unit also has, a K card, which has an SD card in here as well. Now, before you go and try and get a bright idea to take the K card and use it for your original SP, it won't work. So don't waste your time on that, and you can possibly damage your unit. So I don't advise you to, to use this cartridges. Don't use that for your original Game Boy SP. So what are the differences between the two? Well, we're about to find out right now. Okay guys, I'm back. Oh, units were hard while filming this episode. Okay, so for reference, I just wanted to show what it looks like on the Game Boy SP with the an AGS 101 backlit. So as you can tell, it's pretty clear, pretty nice and crisp, as you would expect from original one. So we're going to focus on these two. Just to clarify, this is the Revo K and this is the RS-97. Now, I haven't played this. I have, if you haven't already noticed, I have Golden Sun on here. And I find that this game is a good game to show off what it looks like. So you can tell that, and I'll do a close-up as soon as I get past this intro part here. As you can tell, both of them are running Golden Sun fairly decently. There's no real major issue. Now, these are not IPS screens. This one specifically also is a little bit lower resolution. I think the refresh rate on this one is lower in person because you can just tell it has a little bit of a flicker to it, which I think I can fix if I take it apart and turn a knob. That might fix the refresh rate a little bit better, but it's not the best. This one is running, I think it's at the full 60 hertz. Because the colors are just different. So I will go ahead and move forward on this a little bit. This is kind of a challenge. Okay, finally the top. Okay, so that one is ready for me to walk around. You can already tell from down here that the graphics are a little bit less detailed, a little like smudged. I think it's the best way to describe it. It's really low on the lighting part because I have it turned down. Okay, so I am going to show off the Revo K101 here, the screen. Hopefully we'll turn the brightness down just a little bit. There we go. Alright, so here's Golden Sun on the RV, or the Revo. I want to call it the R something, because everything's just got this retro game title to it. It's annoying. But this is specifically the Revo K, and how you can tell is it will say right on the bottom. And also, if I can zone, it will say on the back what it is, the K101, so you can definitely tell. And there's another test too that I will show you guys how to see if you really are getting you know, if you want to get a Revo K. I think you can. I bought mine, luckily I found mine online, and I scooped it up early and got a good deal on it. And I love this thing. This thing is pretty cool. It's, you know, the colors on it is still different. It's just more rich, I find. So I'm gonna pop up the SP real quick and I'll show you guys what I mean. Oops. Okay. So I'm in a different area, obviously, but here's what the you know, the SP looks like. No, it's colorful. It's what it's supposed to look like, right? It's kind of hard to do this with one hand, but so I'm in a different area, but you kind of get the idea. But this one is a lot more richer in color. It's like it takes the details and really pops them out. So let me see if we can get focused again. Here we go. So I know I'm going the wrong way, but I just kind of wanted to give you guys the idea of what this looks like on a actual Revo K. And I'm going to show you the Soldier Boyish. I don't know if it really is or not, guys. So I'm going to see if I can get it to focus real quick. There we go. Okay. So can you guys tell that it's not as colorful? It is a little bit more greenier. I guess that's the best way to put it. It's greenier. But it plays the game fine. So that's one example that I will show. There's some other stuff I want to show you guys. Okay, last leg of this video. I'm just going to show how I have the K car removed from the Revo K Plus 101. And this is the final test. If you ever wanted to see if you have a Revo K, if it looks like this white one here, and you're curious to see if it really is, or if just to be certain, there's a test you can do. I'm going to go ahead and insert the Metroid game into the Revo K. And I'm going to turn it on. So it just popped up the game. It skipped the boot up and actually went straight to the cart. So that's you know, Metroid Fusion. So you can tell if I tilt this. That's the viewing angles on this is really bad. That's one of the downfalls of this unit, but you know, it is what it is. So yeah, the viewing angle is much better. See, I can tilt it and you can kind of see. But if I tilt this one, yeah, it's nice. And it's also a matte finish. It's not glossy at all. Mine isn't. I know yours might. Now again, if you have the Dragon version, that's the anniversary version of the RS-97, they did put in a glass IPS screen in it, so I'm really would love to see that or get my hands on one and try it. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to hold down the power button until it gives me a little pop-up window. I'm going to say power off, and it's going to shut down safely. If you guys don't shut down safely on all your emulators, you can risk messing up your SD card, so I don't, okay, I'm putting in the cart here. Alright, you guys see that, right? It didn't load the cart. It's in there. But it's not loading the cart. Okay, so I'm gonna go into, like, file manager. If I can find it. Here it is. Explorer. Okay, guys, so it's not reading my cartridge at all. It's not even, it doesn't even recognize, it's not even seeing it. This is my SD card that's inside the unit right now. So, it does not work with your Game Boy Advance cartridges. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to power it off correctly. So, do I recommend the Revo K? Well, honestly, if you can find one, and I mean that, if you can find one, they're pricey right now. And also, I want to make up another point too real quick. It's kind of important. This system that I have on it, I think I can update the firmware on it, but I don't want to lose the integrity of this unit, okay? I like the way it is. I want to keep it the way it is. And by doing that, I'm limiting myself to Game Boy Advance. So to be clear, the Revo K, the way I have it only plays Game Boy Advance games. Now, this is where the RS-97 comes back into play, okay? I'm gonna turn it back on. The battery life on this thing isn't the greatest, guys, so you expect to charge it. In fact, it does have a battery indicator, which is kind of nice, and so does the Revo K, but I have found that, see, there's my battery icon, so I was prepared. I was prepared. So this is where the RS-97 gets some good feedback. It's because it can play all these different games. So I'm not limited to just Game Boy Advance. So that's why these are so popular, and they're extremely affordable. So I'm going to load up Aladdin for Super Nintendo just so you guys can see that it does play Super Nintendo. It does play, some games. It does play, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color, Game Boy, all of them. And that's what makes it kind of cool. Despite the fact the screen is not great, the screen is not good at all, but it's not terrible either. I've seen worse. I don't know about screen tearing. Honestly, I don't see the screen tearing as much as people, can see it. I don't see it as much. So obviously it doesn't bother me as much. However, I don't really want screen tearing. And this is probably going to have some of that because of the screen's refresh rate is seemingly low. I might tweak it later. But I think I'm going to get ready to end this video. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the like. Hit the notification bell. And leave a comment. What do you guys think? Do you have an RS-97? Do you have the newer one? What do you think? Do you like it? I'm interested in you guys' feedback, really am. And if you want to see some more stuff, let me know too in the comments. If any of the other units you want me to try something different, I can totally do that. Like if you want me to try a certain game on a certain system, I'm open on the GPi case if you want to see some more stuff on that. I can do that for you. Or on the CM3, I can do some more stuff on that too. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, then check out my channel, look at my playlist. I've got all kinds of stuff going on there, and I plan to do a lot more. So with that, that's it for today. I'm out of here.